Welcome to the Daily Blaze. Today we are talking about perception. Your perception is the only problem. Now, this can be a tough one for a lot of people to swallow, but let me just lay it out there for you, and let's see what you think of it. There is no such thing as a bad day. So we have good days, we have bad days, right? We all have bad days. Every bad day you have is not because things around you are bad. It's because your perception of those things is incorrect. It is faulty. It is flawed. It can be improved. For example, if you have a day where you really don't want to do the things you have to do that day, maybe it's a tough day at work, you don't want to do it, you don't feel like working out, doing your workout that day, you don't feel like making that call to someone on your calendar you're supposed to call, you don't feel like running these errands you have to do, you don't want to do anything, you don't feel like doing the things that you have to do, the things that are on your schedule, the things that you know if you just did them you would feel better, but you just don't feel like doing them. So you see it as a bad day. There's no fun, there's no joy. It just sucks, right? Well, is it really a bad day? Because those things are just things. Those things are neutral. They're not good or bad. They're just things. So if it's not a bad day, then what is it? What's bad about it? Why do you not feel like doing anything? Why does your day suck? Why is it a bad day? Well, your perception of your day is bad. Not the day itself, your perception. So this means that in a nutshell, this means you have a shitty attitude. And your attitude could definitely be improved upon. And that's where your perception comes in. So if you switched your perception, if you flipped it on its head, and instead of perceiving a bad day happening to you, you perceived a good day happening for you, imagine how much that would change things. If you're doing the same tasks, but when you're doing the task, instead of being like, this sucks, I would rather be doing XYZ, I would rather be there and somewhere else, I don't want to be here, I don't want to be doing this right now. Instead of that, what if you're like, well, yeah, I don't feel like doing this right now. It's not what I would choose, but you know what? Instead of that, you can catch yourself and say, you know what? Hold up, man. That is not true, because I chose to work at this job. I chose to do these tasks. I want the results of this work done and these tasks complete. I want to check these off my list. I don't want to have to do them anymore. So I'm right where I need to be. I'm right where I want to be. I want to do these tasks. I want to complete this day's work, and I want the results from it. The money, the errands done, the groceries bought, the dry cleaning picked up, whatever it is. The progress from working out and the satisfaction that I feel from getting in that workout. So I challenge you guys to question your perception. If you're having a bad day, if you're not having a good time, then look at your perception. Maybe it's your perception that can be changed. Because remember, guys, we can't control the externals, the things outside of ourselves. We can't control those. We can control our response to everything, how we think, how we feel, how we act, how we talk. So your perception is what you control. That's where your power is. So switch up your perception before you go out there changing everything around you and being frustrated at it. Because your frustration is something you feel, and you control that. That is your domain. That falls within your sphere of control. So you can switch it. If you don't want to feel frustrated, then don't. Feel joy instead. Feel fun instead. Laugh instead. Do whatever you want to do, man. So the takeaway today, guys, is check your perception. Before you go trying to change everything externally, Check yourself internally. What is your perception? How are you perceiving the events and circumstances unfolding around you? And if you don't like your perception, then change it. Make it a more fun, enjoyable perception. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Keep blazing it up, Trailblazer Mindset.